there you go. There's the music, and here's the man. I am in the house. Glad that you are. Welcome, everyone, to today's special edition of Bobby Likis Car Clinic, right here live in Paltalk. If you are new to this room, I want to welcome you. I'm a car guy. I love automobiles. I've always had a passion for automobiles. And no, not just the classic cars, although I do love the muscle cars of that era, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. Terrific automobiles, the big block Chevrolet Corvettes, and that are bringing so much money at Barrett-Jackson auctions in Arizona. But I'll tell you, if you drive one of those cars, and it's fun. It's fun, but if you drive one of those cars and then you drive a new car that has all of the ABS systems and the brake systems and the anti-roll for the body control and active body control like Mercedes has, and even the smaller turbocharged diesel engines that you say, well, I'd never buy a diesel engine, you will change your mind. It's unbelievable what technology is doing for automobiles. It really is. Hey, thanks for joining. And if you have a question, I hope that you've tested your mic. You know how it works. Please just hold your hand up, and we will send you the mic your way. And I'd love to have you and your comments or your questions. I've got some information here about the gasoline. If you'd like to know about the gasoline on the East Coast. And this is the change from a year ago, and I find this really interesting because we think we know all about cars, and we think we've learned, and we think we've seen the gas prices, and we're sort of okay with what? Are you okay with $3 a gallon now? It depends on where you're living. I know if you're tuned in from the UK right now, $3 a gallon sounds relatively, that's a deal, such a deal. Yeah, if you had a service station and a gazillion gallons of gasoline in the UK that you could sell and make money at $3 a gallon, you'd have cars lined up. In fact, the government would probably shut you down because of the traffic jam that you would correct, that's for sure. But here in the States, let me just share with you, let's take the East Coast. This is as of a change from a year ago, and this is 78.7 cents, so it's 79 cents a gallon more than it was this time a year ago. But it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it to me because and we're on the Gulf Coast, is where our headquarters are and our studio, but it doesn't feel like it's 78 cents. But let's just take a look here. The Central Atlantic is 83 cents. Let me just find the lowest one here. The West Coast. Now, you would think that nothing would be lower on the West Coast because everything's always expensive on the West Coast, but believe it or not, now, according to the government chart that I'm perusing right now, the West Coast means the West Coast, not counting California. So I don't know how that works, but it just means that California stands alone. It always has, it always wanted to, so as of this government report, it does. It stands alone on the report. So on the West Coast, the gasoline is 57.7 cents higher per gallon than it was this time a year ago. On the West Coast, less California is 59 cents. So I had that backwards, actually. California is 57 cents, and the average is 59 cents. The Gulf Coast here is 83 cents. The Midwest is 82 cents. So there's sort of an overview for you of gas prices. What can you do to your automobile to get more gas mileage? Several things. Number one, you won't put a pill in the tank. That rumor was running around the internet for I don't know how many calls I've gotten. Hey, Bobby, there's this pill that I can put in my gas tank. It's going to increase my gas mileage and what have you. And then there are people, of course, that was, to my understanding, let me take that back, because I was about to position it so that I wouldn't be liable when I said to my understanding. What my take on it was, and what my opinion is of that, and whether you like it or not, if you're of the pill pushers, the pill was made of a solvent that's used in resins to create fiberglass. So when you put that pill, or mothballs, when you put that pill in the gas tank of an automobile, what it will do is it will dissolve and it will go through the fuel system and the fuel filter, and it will, because it is a solvent base, it will dissolve some of the carbon that is on some of the injectors and that collects behind the intake valve, and it can restore some miles per gallon. Now, I know that I sounded like I was against the product, and make no mistake about it, I am. But I'm just saying that for those people who tried it and they say, "But Bobby, I got 1.5 or 2 miles per gallon more out of my car than what I was getting." Of course, here's a car that didn't get the original mileage. It was just stopped up and clogged up. Here's the challenge: this solvent was not manufactured or formulated for use in automobile. So if you want to clean yourself out, there are a lot of things that you can take. I mean, you can take milk of magnesia. You can take whatever kind of whatever pills that they've got on the market to clean your system out. But if you took poison, it would also clean your system out as well. So you see where I'm going? You can take the right medicine without any side effects or the existing known side effects, or you can put this pill in your car that cleans, but what else does it dissolve? What else does it clean? Well, it actually, the truth is, it can attack the wiring on the fuel pump windings. Well, what are those? Well, a blower motor blows and it's got electrical current, and so it has wires that where the current goes through and creates the direction of the motor. An electric fuel pump, it works the same way. It's a 12-volt DC motor that's in the gas tank of your car. So whatever you put in the gas tank of your car to clean out the engine, which is in the front, is going to attack whatever it can all along the way. So you see where I'm going now. So the truth is that some cars had problems with fuel pumps that were that went bad, and windings went bad and shorted, and of course the car quit. Now, did this happen when they put the pill in? Well, no, it could happen a month later. It could happen 2 months later. It could happen 20,000 miles later. Or it could not happen at all. But the bottom line is you don't want to use a dynamite if you're trying to dig a hole for a post and stick a post in. You want to use the right tools. You want to use the right chemicals, and then there's the last, but certainly the absolute. There are a lot of engine fuel cleaners on the market that clean the system, but they damage or all. Well, where's that stuff go when you clean it? I mean, when you wash your dishes or when you drain the sink, it goes out the sink into the sewer. And then the sewer goes to the sewage treatment plant. I mean, that's whether you're in the water using a water closet, or washing your hands, or rinsing off dishes in the sink. All of that water goes into a sewage treatment plant. But in a car, where does all that stuff go that accumulates inside that engine, and you put something in it to clean